Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Fort Knox, Kentucky. I'm Captain Christopher Garcia, your narrator for today's graduation ceremony. At this time, we would like to welcome all general officers, senior officers, command sergeants major, and distinguished guests. On behalf of Brigadier General Maurice O. Barnett and Command Sergeant Major Darrell E. Walls, thank you for your attendance today. Today's ceremony honors the successful completion of advance camp. The graduating unit for today is the 3rd Regiment, the General George H. Decker Regiment. The commander of troops for today's ceremony is Cadet Caitlin Mull from the University of Dayton. The color guard is comprised of cadets selected from the regiment. They are led by Cadet William Wilson from Texas A&M University. Also participating in today's ceremony is the 338th Army Band from Whitehall, Ohio and Livonia, Michigan, commanded by Warrant Officer 1 Kevin Bays and Drum Major Staff Sergeant Jarrett Barr. To your far left, you will see the salute battery, provided by Bravo Battery, Steel Squadron, 3rd Cavalry Regiment, 3rd Armored Corps from Fort Hood, Texas. They are led by First Lieutenant Jet Lucas Murphy and Staff Sergeant Jonathan Chavez. This ceremony marks the culmination of 36 days of rigorous and intensive training for these young men and women. For them, advance camp served as a test of their leadership abilities and potential to be an Army officer. They have emerged from this challenge confident in their ability to assume the tremendous responsibilities of being an Army officer. The cadets of the 3rd Regiment are now formed in front of you. Each regiment has had the honor of having bestowed upon it a namesake. This namesake is in honor of a general officer whose values and accomplishments represent the best the Army has to offer. 3rd Regiment has had the distinct privilege of honoring General George H. Decker. George Henry Decker attended Lafayette College and received a bachelor's degree in economics. He received his commission as a 2nd lieutenant in the infantry in 1924. During his career, General Decker served on the War Department General Staff. He was the Chief of Staff for the 6th Army through the end of World War II, and the Commanding General for the 5th Infantry Division in 1948. Additionally, he was the Commanding General of the United States Forces Korea and the 8th Army. He served as the Chief of Staff of the United States Army from 1960 to 1962. General Decker's awards include the Army Distinguished Service Medal with 1 Oak Leaf Cluster, Silver Star, Legion of Merit, Bronze Star Medal, American Defense Service Medal, and the American Campaign Medal. General Decker passed away on February 6, 1980. In honor of their completion of advance camp, the cadets from the General George H. Decker Regiment will be receiving a 3-gun salute in the form of a cadet cannonade. The commander of troops will now bring the units to attention and present arms. The reviewing officer for today's ceremony is the Deputy Commanding General of U.S. Army Training and Doctrine Command, Lieutenant General David J. Francis. He is accompanied by the host and the regimental training officer, Lieutenant Colonel John Dorian. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the entrance of the official party and remain standing for the rendering of honors to the reviewing officer and the invocation offered by Chaplain Captain Paul Kaufman.
Let us pray. Heavenly Father, we pause to give you thanks for these cadets who have trained with discipline, courage, and integrity. As they graduate today, we honor their effort and the efforts of the cadre who guided them. We ask that you give them wisdom for the journey ahead, strength to lead with honor, and humility to serve others above self. Bless this ceremony, Lord. In your holy name I pray. Amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated.
Host the colors!
The colors are now being brought forward by the Commander of Troops. The flags present for today's ceremony are the national colors, the Army field flag, and the Cadet Command colors.
Present the command!
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the playing of our national anthem and remain standing during the firing of the cadet cannonade. We ask that military personnel in uniform maintain their hand salute until the completion of the cadet cannonade. The United States Army ROTC Cadet Cannonade salutes the three pillars of our service to the nation. Duty, obedience, and disciplined performance despite difficulty or danger. Duty requires self-responsibility and selfless devotion. Honor, encompassing integrity and dedication. Honor is the thread which holds together the fabric of our Army. Country, for which men and women have given their lives. Our country shines as a light of freedom and dignity to the world. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. The Cadet Creed was adopted to instill in Army cadets the values that are critical for successful performance. Cadet Sarah Greening from the University of Northern Arizona will now recite the Cadet Creed.
The Cadet Creed. I am an Army cadet. Soon I will take an oath and become an Army officer committed to defending the values which make this nation great. Honor is my touchstone. I understand mission first and people always. I am the past, the spirit of those warriors who have made the final sacrifice. I am the present, the scholar and apprentice soldier enhancing my skills in the science of warfare and the art of leadership. But above all, I am the future warrior leader of the United States Army. May God give me the compassion and judgment to lead and the gallantry in battle to win. I will do my duty. Leadership excellence, sir.
Leadership excellence.
The greater community of Fort Knox and our national and local service organizations are here to show their support to our future Army leaders. These cadets have demonstrated superior character and service throughout training and will be recognized for their efforts. We kindly ask family and friends to remain seated during the awards presentation. The awardees will be brought forward immediately following the ceremony for pictures. The AUSA Leadership Excellence Award is presented by Mr. Stephen Lack. This award is presented to the top cadet in each regiment as determined by a regimental cadre board. This award is presented to Cadet Justin Stiles from the University of Wyoming. The First Command Financial Services Award is presented by Mr. David Strauss. This award is presented to the cadet who best demonstrates the leadership traits necessary to encourage teamwork, improve unit cohesion, and reinforce mission accomplishment. This award is presented to Cadet Mitchell Morrison from the University of North Dakota. The USAA Warrior Ethos Award is presented by Sergeant Major Retired Richard Villa. This award is presented to the cadet who best demonstrated the warrior profession, ethic, and officership, while exemplifying the warrior spirit. This award is presented to Cadet Robert Leon from the University of Austin-Peay. The Armed Forces Bank Performance Award is presented by Lieutenant Colonel Heather Barton. This award is presented to the cadet that best demonstrates respect for other cultures and people by effectively utilizing the training scenarios to demonstrate their mastery of cross-cultural competencies needed in complex environments. This award is presented to Cadet Adam Richter from Baylor University. The Army National Guard Minuteman Award is presented by Major General Laura McHugh. This award is presented to the Army National Guard cadet who demonstrates the most improvement in physical and mental preparedness for commissioning. This award is presented to Cadet Britton Janae from North Carolina State University. The Reserve Officers Association of America Award is presented by Lieutenant Colonel Shane Snelling. This award is given to the cadet that embodies the characteristics of a comprehensive soldier while demonstrating resilience and the lifelong pursuit of enhanced performance to cope with adversity in stressful situations and to thrive in life. This award is presented to Cadet Maxwell Carlisle from Columbus State University. The Military Officers Association of America Award is presented by Colonel Retired Dale Stewart. This award is given to the cadet that has demonstrated superior dedication to duty by accepting accountability for self and assigned unit through employment of team members, all while applying the fundamentals of leadership. This award is presented to Cadet Danielle Penny from the University of William & Mary. The Military Order of the World Wars Award is also presented by Colonel Retired Dale Stewart. This award is presented to the cadet who best demonstrates the ability to evaluate, analyze, apply, and understand experiences and capabilities to solve tactical problem sets. This award is presented to Cadet Skylar Kibler from Carson Newman University. The Bold Leader Spirit Award is presented by Ms. Gwen Duncan. This award is presented to the cadet who best demonstrates appropriate motivational techniques, inspirational leadership, and the spirit of a leader. This award is presented to Cadet Henry Wilkinson from Clemson University. The Strategic Resources Incorporated Award is presented by performance expert Ms. Allison Megan. This award is presented to the male and female cadet who achieved the overall highest score on the Army Fitness Test. This award is presented to Cadet Jesse Brookbinder from the University of Arkansas. And Cadet Liam McGibney from the University of Georgia. The United States Army Reserve Truman Citizen Soldier Award is presented by Colonel James Rivenbank. This award is presented to the Army Reserve cadet in each regiment that has distinguished themselves amongst their peers as a top performer and exemplifies outstanding leadership qualities. This award is presented to Cadet Elsie Habacker from Tarleton State University. The Mission POW MIA Award is presented by Lieutenant Colonel Heather Barton. This award is presented to the cadet who demonstrates character and courage through leadership, selflessness, and fortitude. This award is presented on behalf of all missing and unaccounted for Americans from all past conflicts. This award is presented to Cadet Diddy Pendea from the University of Idaho. The Recondo Award is presented to the cadets who displayed superior individual performance. Cadets must have met the Army standard for height and weight, earned at least 80 points or more in each of the Army fitness test events, successfully negotiated 8 out of the 10 obstacles, scored second class or higher on the hand grenade assault course, completed their 6-mile foot march in 90 minutes or less, scored 80% or higher on the written land navigation test, be a first-time go and navigate to at least 6 out of the 7 land navigation points from both day and night land nav combined, be a first-time go and qualify as a sharpshooter or higher on the basic rifle marksmanship pop-up range, receive a go or a pass for 80% of the warrior skills and tasks and all other evaluated tasks, and graduate in good standing. Cadets from the 3rd Regiment awarded the Recondo badge have been annotated in your program with an asterisk by their name. At the completion of the ceremony, today's awardees will return to the field for individual congratulations and photo opportunities. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in giving our awardees a round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my distinct privilege to introduce today's guest speaker, the Deputy Commanding General of U.S. Army Training and Doctrine Command, Lieutenant General David J. Francis.
Well, good morning, everybody. Hey, you get cadets on the field today got a little taste of Army air conditioning this morning. You out here rehearsing in the rain to cool you off for this ceremony, so well done. I saw you out here when I was running this morning. Well, good morning, distinguished guests, family, friends, cadre, and most importantly, the graduating cadets. I stood on that very field 37 years ago, and it's amazing how time flies. It's an honor to stand before you today at the culminating moment of your cadet summer training. And as you graduate advanced camp today and prepare to join the greatest team on earth, one that spans 250 years of service, sacrifice, and unrelenting dedication to our nation. Let me begin by thanking General Barnett and the Cadet Command team and all those who work behind the scenes to make this graduation a memorable event. Outstanding job. Let's give them all a round of applause. Now, to all the families and friends that are here today, thank you for joining us. Your presence here today makes this ceremony even more special as we celebrate the accomplishment of these remarkable cadets over the past several weeks here at Fort Knox. And on behalf of the entire Army, I want to offer my most heartfelt and sincere thank you to the parents and the guardians that are here today. The men and women standing on this field today, men and women of character, are not by accident. You raised them and you brought them and gave them to the United States Army, and so we appreciate that. And we thank you for trusting the Army with your loved ones and instilling a strength of character, honor, and service within them. Let's have a round of applause for our families today. And to the regimental cadre, job well done. You've prepared these cadets well, a true mark of your professionalism, leadership, and dedication stewarding our profession of arms. You have shaped, mentored, and challenged them in many ways, and I know how proud you are of these young men and women. They carry so much potential and are already proving that they will become the next generation of great leaders of our Army. And it all started right here with you. You've had a tremendous impact on these cadets in our Army, and your legacy remains to be seen, but it will be felt for decades. And finally, to all of you standing on the field, the future leaders of our Army and our nation, congratulations. You've endured some of the best training and had some unforgettable experience with equally unforgettable teammates in your pursuit of becoming an officer in the United States Army. Soon you will lead the best soldiers and NCOs in an Army that is the best equipped, the best trained, the best led, making it the most feared and respected Army in the world. But this is not your finish line. This is your entry point. Your orders are now clear. Step up, stand out, and lead. Over the past few weeks, you've been tested, not just physically, but mentally, emotionally, ethically as well. Advanced camp demands critical thinking under pressure, disciplined decision-making, and leadership when the conditions are tough. You've lived what it means to lead soldiers, sometimes from the front, and sometimes by listening within your ranks. You learn what it means to be part of something bigger than yourself, a team, a platoon, a profession. You learn to trust and to be trusted, and in doing so, you lay the foundation of what will soon be your most sacred responsibility, leading America's sons and daughters. As you look ahead to your commissioning as second lieutenants, you're stepping into a profession where people matter more than process, and character counts more than credentials. Your soldiers will come from every corner of America, from every background imaginable. They won't care what your GPA was or what school you went to. They'll care whether you see them, hear them, and lead them with integrity. They'll look to you in times of uncertainty, and your confidence, character, and competence and commitment will shape not just their success, but their lives. Take care of your people, and they will take care of you. Train them to standard and show them what right looks like. Embody the Army values in your professional and personal conduct, on and off duty, every day, every decision, every formation. Don't be afraid to take calculated risk and to innovate. Learn quickly, listen deeply, and lead boldly. Be the officer who inspires soldiers to believe in the mission and in themselves. Be the leader who chooses the harder right over the easy or wrong, because in just a few months, the shoulder of your uniform will bear a gold bar, but more importantly, it will bear the weight of leadership. Today, you don't just complete a training event, you take your place in history. This year, the Army is celebrating 250 years of defending this nation and its values. Since 1775, the Army has stood watch over this nation, forged in battles from Yorktown to modern battlefields, ensuring that America remains free. And now it's your turn. You're not simply inheriting history, you are becoming the next chapter of it. So stand tall today, not just for what you've accomplished, but what you are about to become. As you become a commissioned officer, you take on the responsibility to lead with honor, to serve with humility, and to fight for what's right, even when it's hard. It's a promise to earn the trust of your soldiers every single day. And it's a promise to uphold the legacy of those who came before and to make the path clearer for those who will come after. I challenge each of you to remember what brought you here. Let that reason, your purpose, be your compass when the mission gets tough, when the choices are unclear, and when leadership feels lonely. But you've shown this summer that you're ready to know how to rise to the occasion. We're proud of you, we believe in you, and we need you. I wish you all the best as you depart from here and return to your homes and campuses. You have a busy year coming up. Senior year, branching, commissioning, and the future in the Army. May God bless you. May God bless all those who serve in harm's way, and may God always bless this great nation of ours. Be all you can be. This will defend. Thank you very much.
At this time, the Cadet Regiment will perform the ceremonial pass and review. Please remember to stand and render honors to the nation as the colors pass. Now passing the reviewing stand is the 338th Army Band from Whitehall, Ohio and Livonia, Michigan, commanded by Warrant Officer 1 Kevin Bays and Drum Major Staff Sergeant Jarrett Barr. Now passing the reviewing stand is the Commander of Troops for today's graduation, Cadet Caitlin Moe from the University of Dayton. Now passing the reviewing stand is Alpha Company, led by Cadet Judd Gurley from the University of Vermont. Now passing the reviewing stand is Bravo Company, led by Cadet Carter Karacha from the University of Missouri. Now passing the reviewing stand is the Color Guard, led by Cadet William Willison from Texas A&M University. Now passing the reviewing stand is Charlie Company, led by Cadet Brody Wilson from Arizona State University. Now passing the reviewing stand is Delta Company, led by Cadet Jonathan Hunt from Oklahoma State University. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the playing of the Army song. The words can be found in your program.
Sir, this concludes today's ceremony. Leadership Excellence, sir.
Rangers lead the way.
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the 3rd Regiment Cadet Summer Training 2025 graduation ceremony. Family and friends, please allow for a few moments for your cadets to prepare for departure before joining them to the family area to your right side of the field. As a reminder, the ceremony can be viewed at youtube.com/ArmyROTC. Photos from today's ceremony can be viewed at flickr.com/Army ROTC. Thank you for attending. Leadership Excellence.